Yo, what's up, Houston? This your boy Rodman, the gravy baby himself, and I'm here chilling, kicking it with my boy Dre Noel. Let's get it.
Worse, 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 worse. Get on my level and worse. Hop in the spirit and murder.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Awesome Studios with your host, Dre Noel. I got an interview with my boy Rodmann. What's good with you?
Cool, nothing.
How you been, man? What you been doing over the coronavirus? Whole pandemic. How you feeling about it?
Man, I don't know. Like, it ain't really been affecting my personal life. Like I said, a lot of things going around social media with certain individuals who say they have it, that they know someone who have it. Me personally, like I don't know. Like I don't know nobody who have it, but I don't really buy into it. Like to me, it's like I don't know. That's another topic. I don't really know. Getting into that.
You for sure been bored,
Oh yeah. I just spent more time on the game. Hey, if y'all on PS4, make sure y'all add me Proverbs 2:12. I almost forgot my name. That's how much I don't play the game. See, but Proverbs 2:12. I'm on PS4. Add me. Hey, we get it in. Anybody who wants smoke, I'm handing it out here.
for sure. Shit, you noticed that just over the past week, it's never been so sunny in Houston. It's nothing to do, and it's beautiful outside.
Yeah, that's why I see it. That's a part of the reason why I can't really just stay at home like that. Like it seemed like coincidentally, the days that they ordered us to stay home was like the most beautiful days that we've been having. I'm talking about wind blowing. Usually in Houston it be so hot, like you could wear no clothes and you gonna want to take off your skin, like it be so hot, like but it's crazy, like it don't make no sense. So yeah, I've been riding around. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been staying at home like I was supposed to. But hey, I feel like I'm covered by the blood, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really, ain't nothing left to come out my door. So anything pertaining to work or my vision or the calling that God placed on my life, I'm gonna still make sure I get that done. I ain't worrying too much about Corona.
For sure. So, are you from Houston?
Nah, so I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. My people came out here 2 weeks before Katrina. Well, really, we came out here after Rita. So we left New Orleans 2 weeks before Katrina. My grandma had a vision that basically it was a storm that was coming, and she wanted like half of my family, half of them listened, the other half didn't, and they stayed and ended up having to go through that. But me and my family actually left, and we went to Lake Charles, and it's crazy because we went to Lake Charles for like 6 to 8 months, and then Hurricane Rita came and knocked us out of Lake Charles, and then we ended up coming to Houston. So it's been crazy.
So, roughly when you moved here, what age?
I was 11, 12. I know I was in the sixth grade. I was at the end of the sixth grade, like the summer right after sixth grade.
For sure. So, what you think your upbringing was like since you were moving around so much? So, I know the hurricanes, they were devastating. I was talking to
Yes,
another person, he said the same thing.
exactly. So it was like my friends that I had elementary in New Orleans, like to this day, like I don't even know what happened to them. Like I don't know if they living, if they made it, if they didn't make it. It's like, and then the ones from Lake Charles, I started to develop a repertoire with in a relationship, and then boom, here come Hurricane Rita and knocked us back to Houston. So it's like I'm 11 years old, 12 years old, coming to a whole new city with new people, and it's like I'm 12 years behind trying to build a bond with people that I don't know nothing about. So it's, I mean, in a nutshell, it was cool, I guess. In the beginning, it wasn't, but at the end of the day, I like the people that was in my life and the people I got to meet and come and connect with, and it's crazy. Everything happened for a reason. That's my motto. So I don't hold no regrets.
So, since you from the Buffalo Green, that's where you want to go, right?
Mm, I'm gonna vote me to go. Give me some time. Now, really, Jesus could go do it. I don't really take no credit for nothing. I'm just the best we use it.
For sure. So, what made you get into music? When did you start?
So I started recording really since I was younger. Like I always wrote like poems and stuff. Like, I always like English and writing. I ain't really writing that. Unless it dealt with money in college, but anything pertaining to writing or English or language, like I always wrote poems and stuff and good at writing essays and papers. But I didn't actually record till 2012, my freshman year at PB. So
So,
that
you
was
was big
happening.
into poetry when you was young.
Yeah, definitely poetry, like just writing poems and stuff. And really just, it was my way to express myself because me growing up with my people, like, it wasn't none of that talking back. Like, I ain't get to express myself like I would have wanted to. So it's like, I go duck off in the room or something and write down my thoughts and stuff. And it ended up leading into poetry. So, but I ain't recorded till 2012. That was the first time I ever recorded, like, in a actual studio.
What was that for? Like, I was gonna ask you because I feel like recording the first time is so awkward.
Man, it's crazy because, like, all right, so me and my roommates over there will be cheaping, like we'll be smoking high so high, and I really just went to smoke. To be honest, like I'm like, shoot, they like, you wanna go to the studio with us? I'm like, I ain't getting on no mic, but if y'all gonna be smoking, shoot, pass me the blunt. Like I'll smoke with you, it's nothing. But I'm listening to them recording. I'm like, y'all boo boo, like. I'm gonna go get up there and start rapping. So my homeboy, like, I guess I kind of ticked him off whatever. He was like, shoot, you think you so good? Get up there and do it yourself. So I'm high. I'm like, all right, I guess. And I got up there and did it. And then immediately, it was like, the engineer who was doing it looked at me. He was like, you ain't never recorded before do music? I was like, nah, I just write poems. But as he played it back and I'm listening to myself, I'm like, dang, I might be working with something. I might have a little something, a little gift or something. So that's how it initially started.
So back in 2012, did you end up dropping that song?
Nah, no, no, it's on YouTube though. Me and my bros had a little record label, a little group that we went by called Southwest Music Group, and one of them was from Cali, another one from Florida, and then the rest of us was from Louisiana and Texas. So we kind of represented the South and the West Coast. But like I said, we ain't really go too far in it. You know, it was just kind of really for me. It was fun. I always liked the music, so it was just fun hearing myself on the actual song.
For sure. So I listened to your song Worship today.
Hey, that's my thing. Yeah.
Was your music always like that? Or
Mm,
explain to me what making that was like.
so
What was the thought process?
the thought process behind that was actually just I don't know, like certain beats will do that to you. Like you'll play a beat, um, and immediately it's like you can hear words coming in your head, and I don't know, it's like it just came. I feel like that was strategically placed in my belly from the Holy Spirit because like at the time we in now, it's like worship in itself is so important nowadays, and it's like with everything being closed, you have no choice but to worship and get intimate with the Father and find out direction and you know which steps you need to take, what you need to be doing in this hour. And it's crazy because I had a show uh, a couple weeks after I did the song, and I told the people that 2020 was going to be the year that we actually is supposed to be worshiping and seeking the Father. I didn't know nothing about the virus or anything what was to come. I just know what God had placed on my heart to share with people, and lo and behold, everything that's going on right now it's stuck. So everything lined up with the Father.
So was your music always like, or did you always have a relation with God, Jesus?
Mm, not really. No, shoot, I came up in the church. My pops a pastor, and we all kind of like I grew up in the church. Like we went to church almost every day of the week. I'm talking about every day of the week. Like you went to school, you got home, did your homework, and then we went to church. Like right after that, sometimes I did my homework at church. But being young, it was kind of like I ain't feeling this. Like I want to go to the party. I want to go kick it on the block with the other kids. Like it seemed like the other kids always had more than we had, and it was like all we was taught was Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus gonna supply your needs. And I'm like, my shoes holy, my clothes holy. Like I ain't got nothing fresh. With how Jesus tied to that, like I'm bumming right now. So as I got older and got through, went through my own trials and tribulations and tests that I believe was sent for me, I developed my own relationship and kind of got to know more about them and how it actually worked. And that's how my music changed because I actually did secular music at first, and the life I was living was coming out in my music. Like I was selling weed, selling pills, selling drink, and eventually I went from selling it to using it. You know, we would sip drink by the four and pop pills. Like so, it became an incident where I was actually on the tab on the exit. I was rolling for like 6, 7 days straight, like no sleep, no exaggeration, and I started seeing demons. I started seeing demons in my partners, and I almost shot him to be honest, because I couldn't tell the real world from the spiritual realm, and I'm sitting there trying to shoot a demon. Like it sounds crazy, but that's when I knew that okay, I know what's going on because I was brought up in the church, so I am kind of familiar with what's going on. I just ain't know how to approach it. So that's what jump started me to spend more time with God and find out, okay, let me see what's really going on with myself so we could beat this thing. Because, man, it was like a real movie. Like when you actually looking at somebody and you don't see them, like you see a demonic spirit that's growling at you, like it'll change your whole life just out there, whether you know about God or not, like for real.
I think the key word there is growth.
Oh yeah, I definitely, uh, I definitely made some growth, man. I sit back 9 days and just like I go through my Snapchat sometimes because I got everything saved, and just looking at how far I came, it's like dang, like I don't even look like the same person really. Like it's crazy.
So what does the music represent now? Since you had that growth.
I
It was
think
different back then, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a lot different. I think right now what it represents, part of it represents my testimony, where I came from. The other part represent what other people going through because I feel like our generation, like the millennials, we battle with so much, and it's like nobody want to really share with it. Nobody want to be transparent, basically. So I feel like that's a side of it too. You know, God brought me through what He brought me through, just so He could use me and not come out and give the rawness of it and the testimony and not sugarcoat it or not hide where I came from, but put it all into retrovert and share the gospel, basically.
That's not the real reason to rap.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
That
most
music.
definitely.
I ask a lot of people why they rap, why they do certain stuff. They don't really have a reason for it. As long as a good reason though.
I mean, some people rap
You
they
know
just
what you're supposed to.
right, and that's how I look at it. Like it's a difference from rapping just to rap and then rapping because that's what you were placed on this earth to do. Like that's a true God given talent. And there's a lot of people that rap just to rap and don't even know that they actually walking in their purpose. They just gotta, find out exactly what they're supposed to be talking about and who they're supposed to be reaching through their music.
For sure. So through the evolution, who your influences now, who you look up to.
That's a good question, really. Um, as crazy as it may sound, I only look up to the Father. Like I look up to myself only from a lower perspective. I take myself right now and put that on display, and I hop back into the mindset that I used to be in, and kind of look up at myself. And what it does is it humbles me basically because it's like that's the goal. If you've gotten there, then you can get higher. So looking at from where I came from and what I used to do and what I do now, I take what I do now and put that on the pedestal, and it's like, man, I can only imagine what else God's gonna take me. So not me that in the most humblest way. Like I don't really have anybody. I just look up to like that. I have a few artists that inspire me, but mainly it's just me and the Father. Like we be thugging it out. Really.
So where you trying to reach through your music?
Overall, the youth. I mean, of course, I want to reach the masses. Our age, older people, but mainly my main focus is reaching the youth. I think a lot of people don't take into account when they say that youth is the future, and it's like mainly me personally, I don't like that they're mainly gravitating to things that basically damage their mind and destroy their mind. They're infatuated with the money, cars, clothes, the drugs, and it's not really their fault. It's the image that's being pushed on them. It's like an agenda. So, with that being said, if that's their main focus and that's the only thing that's catching their attention as they get older, that's gonna affect them. As it's gonna affect their responsibilities. It's gonna affect their mindset, the way they think, the way they do certain things. Um, Boys becoming a man is gonna affect girls becoming women. You know, baby daddies becoming fathers, baby mamas becoming mothers. So it's a whole avenue. I really just want to train them up the right way and show them right from wrong. Because we live in a time now they turn the wrong and right, and everything is okay. And you know, by the time they get older, the law might say wrong is right, and you know they're gonna go by the law, not knowing that this law was changed and before this was wrong. And you know, it's a lot. So I mainly want to just you know guide our youth up and make sure that we straight when we older.
Alright, so this time you got a lot of knowledge, to be honest, from what I'm gathering. We gonna touch on that in a little bit. But you got the video coming up, I heard, for worship.
Yes. So it's gonna be lit too. I can't be out of location because it's a private location, but just know it's about to go down. I got a couple people that are gonna be break dance and we're gonna be lit. I don't really want to get too much goodies because I just kind of want to get them over the head with it.
So can we get a sneak peek on what's gonna drop?
So that's really up to the father. I ain't gonna lie. The date for some reason every time I set a date, it never get out that date, and I be trying to figure out why. So now I know that maybe it ain't time. So but right now we definitely pushing for May, the beginning of May.
For sure. So I heard a little bit after that you're supposed to have a project.
Yes. So I got my first album coming out entitled Soul Trapper. That's coming up on my birthday, May 21st. Again, my birthday is May 21st. My cash app is SS Rodmann with two N's. Y'all want to send me something, send me something. But yeah, May 21st, I'm going to go ahead and drop the first album. And then I actually got three projects right now, like totally finished. So after that one, I'm probably going to end up dropping all three of them this year.
So what? Tell me about the Jesus Boy movement.
So that is a movement with my boy Two Crump for Jesus. Shout out him and my boy J1. We all came together as individual artists and basically used the talents that God gave us as well as our testimony, put them all together, and we go out to different venues, different cities. We've been to Atlanta twice. We've been to New Jersey. We've been to New York. We're actually going back to Atlanta in June if the Lord said the same. So basically, all we're doing is just putting on for Jesus. You know, it's a real big movement. Everybody coming together, basically sharing the gospel.
I also heard you got an album too, correct?
Yes, that is available on all major streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. It's under the Jesus Boys Movement. You can either search Rodman Rodmann or Two Crunk. That's IICRUNK or J1 J-ONE. Anything of that nature, you're gonna find us everywhere. And jam that man, stream it. It's a dope project for real. Like it's I ain't never do an album, a compilation album with other artists. So for me to actually do that, and we all different ages. Like I'm the young cat. I got my boy Crunk in his 40s, J1 in his 30s. So it's like we all come from different areas, but the sound is unique. You know, I put it like that. It's unique. So definitely when y'all free, check us out, the Jesus Boy Movement.
For sure. So you got a drip, right?
I got gravy, baby.
Right. Tell me about that. So clothing brand, right?
Yeah, so it's a brand. It's basically I got the slogan, God is gravy, baby. Gravy go with anything. I'm from New Orleans, so I like food. When you think of gravy, you think of soul food. Ironically, soul food. So what I got is gravy. It's straight from the soul. You know, I'm trying to feed your soul. So basically, gravy is having one put it is drip, is God, is good. You know, essentially gravy is good, and I'm a gravy baby because God is gravy. So that's how we rock it. I'm serving gravy, all gravy, no juice, no drip.
That's kind of I like gravy too.
I appreciate it. Yeah, God love gravy. Everybody love gravy.
For sure. So it's tradition around here to ask this question.
With that.
If you get a big old bag, big bag, what you doing with it?
I think first off, I got a top just because I got to make sure that that bag come back to me. And then second, I can't really get no answer to that because I'm a firm believer in finding out what he want to do. I don't really want to. It's too much of me, I don't like too much of self because I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's really all about the Father. So the best thing I could do is just seek the Lord and ask Him, what do you want me to do with this? Instruct me, and I believe He'll make it do what it do. He'll multiply it.
For sure. So earlier we touched on knowledge, right? What is some advice you have just to anybody that's watching this? Just anything like that about life, music, getting to music.
I would say the best advice I could give you is number one, don't let your past dictate your future because when you do that, it distracts you from your present. The other thing I would say is be yourself, be who God created you to be. 9 out of 10, we spend a lot of times taking in other people's opinions and ideas that really don't matter in the long run. If you have something that you like, 9 out of 10, you're like that because it's something that God placed in your heart or placed in your belly to fulfill. Go with it, you know what I'm saying? Do it. And third would be don't be afraid to sacrifice. I found out in this journey, which is everything. The journey is everything. But within this journey, don't be afraid to sacrifice. Don't be afraid to take losses because losses are nothing but lessons. It's all on how you look at it. So definitely don't be afraid to take losses. Losses gonna come.
So what are your long term goals with the music and life is anything?
Really just to redefine the whole Christianity word per se. Like I feel like a lot of people, uh, when you hear Christian or Christianity, you kind of think of this plain Jane, boring. Like, nah, I don't be feeling that. I feel like we help. You don't have to be boring or it's nothing like that too. It's all about your relationship. More so over religion. And I feel like when you look at religion, if it's not pure and true religion, like how James said, and then it don't apply, it's kind of drained out. But if your relationship stay fire, uh, you're gonna stay braided up. Everything will be great.
For sure. So before we conclude this, you got any last things you want to say? Any shout outs?
Nah, shoot, got this gravy baby from the gravy baby. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Rodman number 3. That's Robin with 2 N's, RODMANN number 3. Facebook is Robin, and Snapchat I am it_Rodman. I do got singles out. Check out my single Pray. That's available on all platforms as well as Endure the Mission. Everything is on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. And Worship just dropped about a couple weeks ago. Definitely jam that. And we about to take over with that. I'm going to take over the road with that. I'm letting you know now. So check me out on Apple Music, iTunes, any streaming platform, YouTube. Look up Rodman.
For sure. They all be linked at the bottom too. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you too. Hey, make sure y'all like, subscribe my boy Dre Noel channel. Do that for real, for real.
Hey, we like snow. Hey, I like snow. Hey, fuck, I like my shit cold. No water. Skip.